Got another mega box of 2025 Topps Holiday Baseball cards. This is my 27th mega box. I'm going to keep buying the mega boxes as long as I can get them at retail. There's only a few places left that have them now, so I don't know how much longer I'll be able to get them. But I'm fine. I think that's enough. I will look and see. I still haven't looked up how many cards are in each one of the parallel and inserts and short print sets. So depending on that, maybe I buy a few more to try to complete maybe a silver or something like that. I'm sure undoubtedly I'll have to buy some. Um, I honestly, I think the silver might be the only set that I think might have 200 cards. They might have done all 200 just because you get 5 in a mega box. I don't see the point of only doing 100. If there's only 100 in the set, then they're not much worth more than the base cards. So yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I would hope there's 200 in that set. I keep forgetting to look it up to see how many are in the set. And I've done a little bit of sorting, so I have some numbers that I need. I'm really looking at the first 100 right now. So that's all I'm interested in, trying to finish the top 100. Make sure I get this on the video. I don't know if I have to adjust the camera or not. Let's see. And our ornament is Pete Alonso. Royce Lewis, Ceddanne Rafaela, Luis Arias, Jace Young, Vladimir Guerrero, Tyler Locklear, Stephen Kwan, and I'm forgetting to look at the numbers, Shane McClanahan, and Christian Walker, and our snowflake is Gunnar Henderson. Let's see what we got here. These are all high. Oh, there's one I need right there. Imagine some of these I probably need in the high numbers too. Just the one, but that's nice. Got one. I think I need 9 here in the low numbers, 8 now. I think that's a Pete Crow Armstrong, I'm going to guess. Unless it's a gray. Yeah, it might be somebody else. Bobby Witt. Oh, there's one I need too. It's nice. Spencer Strider. Yes. Need that one. Sandy Alcantara. Giancarlo Stanton. And I need that one. Looking like a good box so far. Adrian Del Castillo. James Wood. Connor Norby. Max Fried. Edgar Guerrero. And Dansby Swanson is our silver. Try not to show the back. Pete Alonso. There's one. Tyler Locklear. And there's another. This is really good. We're down to 1, 2, 3 in the top 100 to complete the top 100, and then I still got to do the bottom 100. Jason Dominguez. Wow. Down to 2 needed. Justin Henry Malloy. That's another one. Just need the one. What is it? 53. Evan Carter. Mick Gable. Dalton Rushing. Josh Smith. I haven't even sorted through my big stack yet, all of them. So I probably have that and some of the others in that big stack. I just wanted to open another mega boxes. I really like these. Shota Imanaga. And our light blue is Ellie De La Cruz. So we just need card 53. I think I can remember that. I should have done some more sorting, but like I said, I like opening these mega boxes, and I wanted to open another one. Am I showing the cards? I hope I am. Okay. Let's see, where am I here? Cole Reagans, 63. Didn't make sure that was 53. Yeah, it is 53. Tomoyuki Sagano. Roki Sasaki. There's the Shohei. That's the high number 1. Mookie Betts. Ooh, close. Grant McCray. Oh, there it is. Wow. We just completed the top 100. Walker Buehler. Oh, we got a chrome. There we go. Fernando Tatis on the chrome. I don't know if any of you saw it. I didn't. Freddie Freeman. Not bad. Out of 199, the blue sparkle. Those are nice. And Max Fried is our silver. Oh, I gotta get some more top loaders. I ordered some, but they're not here yet. I don't have a big enough one for the chrome card. I got the 35 point or 39, whatever they call them. Maybe I got one in the stack here. I think I have one. There we go. I got 59 point, but maybe I should be getting some 75 point. Nice. Blue sparkle color, team color match. So that works. Yeah, that's why I buy the mega boxes for these chromes. These are nice. They're so undervalued right now. If you're actually interested, these probably sell for about half of what the Topps Chrome comparative parallels sell for. Like I said, I don't know how they did the sets, but I mean, it's still the same numbering. But yeah, like the Kurtz Topps Chrome sells for about twice as much as this one. That's a steal. Well, I don't know. I looked last night. That's one thing I remember to look. And I saw that nobody has them at that low price anymore. So I'd be surprised if you see another one of those sell for under 100. Um, I didn't look to see what I think actually the Shohei was. Yeah, I think I did. The Shohei was selling for under 100 too, probably. And I wouldn't doubt that the Topps Chrome is probably selling for twice that. So, yeah, these are really undervalued. I think they're a good buy right now. It's a good opportunity for somebody that wants to get a good deal. These are the way they go. I honestly think they're better looking too. I mean, especially with the sparkle. That's that. That's like really Christmassy. Yeah, really. These are so undervalued right now. The Topps Chrome out of these. Yeah, this is a good opportunity to pick up these. These are very underpriced. There's no doubt in my mind, in the long run, they will be selling the same as the Topps Chrome. Uh, it just comes down to simple math. I mean, you got the same amount, regardless of how hard or what product or anything like that. It's these are gonna. I almost guarantee it. No, I shouldn't say that. That's probably not good. But yeah, these are. I think long run you'll see these pretty much sell around the same price as the Chrome. If if for nothing more than the people that buy them might not know that it's not in Topps Chrome, that it's in Holiday. So Ozzy I don't need to look at the backs anymore. Just flip them around. Rhett Lauder, Nolan Arenado, Trey Sweeney, Anthony Santana, and I just saw that he's out till about the summer, June, July, something like that. Colton Cowser. Yeah, and I'll tell you what's nice that the Orioles got rid of him. I mean, I shouldn't say got rid of him. They just didn't re-sign him. Um, is that they? I don't know, but they undoubtedly probably got one of those compensation picks in the draft where they picked at the end of the first round, got an extra pick because they had like two or three this last draft. They had two or three compensation picks, so undoubtedly one of them was for losing Santander. O'Neill Cruz, they probably made a qualifying offer, that kind of thing. Zach Gallen, they do that a lot. They've been doing it pretty much since Mike Elias came to the team. Best thing that ever happened to the Orioles was getting Mike Elias. And I like that the Orioles made him a president um, because undoubtedly somebody was stolen from them and given them the same job. So, rather than give him a raise as the general manager, make him the president. You don't want to lose this guy. Francisco Lindor and Yandy Diaz is our blue rainbow foil. Yeah, I like what Elias is doing, and he still considers the Orioles. I know he beefed it up, and he needed to. Um, and they got some pitching this year, but we'll see. I mean, I like the Shane Baz. That's the one I like probably more than anything because um, I think he'd benefit from. Well, hopefully the hitting comes back for the Orioles. Um, I think with the right-handers that they added to the lineup, that's going to make a huge difference. Um, because I saw last year that teams were stacking their left-handed starters to face the Orioles. um, holding them back just to wait for the Orioles series. So, yeah, Elias had to do something about that, and he did. Um, and honestly, if you just look at the situation, Taylor Ward and Alonso should do as well, even if you adjust for regression as they get older. Um, they should do just as well because that lineup's going to create opportunities for them. That lefty heavy lineup, and yeah, I mean, and the Orioles brought in. Didn't they bring in the left field fence too? Yeah. So Mason Miller, Will Warren, Corbin Carroll, Carlos Correa, Seiya Suzuki, Zach Neto, Brooks Lee. I'm an Orioles fan, if you haven't figured it out. Austin Hayes. Been an Orioles fan since I was a kid. I was born outside of Baltimore, actually closer to Washington, D.C. So I always was an Oriole fan because growing up, the Senators were gone by the time I kind of baseball was on my mind. Elliot Ramos on the silver. Better make sure this wasn't something. Okay. Yeah, so I actually grew up with the Orioles dynasty, you could say, because I remember there was a stat one time I saw that from 1965 to 1985, the Orioles had the best record in baseball. I think that's what I grew up with. I got used to them always being good. Hayden Birdsong, Manuel Clase, Junior Caminero, Jack Flaherty. I'm really interested to see how Junior does this next year. Aurelvis Martinez, if he can maintain that kind of production. William Contreras, Marcus Simeon, Hyesung Kim, Blake Snell, and that's our second snowflake, so it means we're just going to get one of the. Oh, oh, that's it? Oh, oh, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. And that was Zach Wheeler. Thought there was another card. I was thinking it was like one of those. Yeah, you usually get either one or two short prints per box or one or two snowflakes per box. And I think the short print set is only 25 or 30 cards, something like that. Might have a set. Framber Valdez, CJ Abrams. There's Freddie Freeman. Boy, look at those years and still that kind of production. Wow. Kerry Carpenter. It's crazy now. The Dodgers, and they did this last year, they're so good they can sit people. They can rest people. They've been doing this with their pitchers for years now where they got hurt, air quotes. um, and then they pitch like a few games a month or something like that, and then just ramp it up a little bit before they're ready for them to come back. It's always about having the players play at peak ability, and that rest is everything. Um, I know you'll have players that say, "Oh, I play better if I play," you know, and maybe that's the case with the batters, with the hitters, but with the pitchers, it's all about being rested and getting your body in full, just that, like preparing for the Olympics. I would compare it to that. Um, and the Dodgers have been doing that for a while now with their pitchers. There's no obviously you don't necessarily need to do it with your hitters, but you can rest guys just to refresh them, things like that. Whereas maybe you might have felt pressure to keep playing them every day. So yeah, the Dodgers, they can afford to sit their best pitchers through most of the year because they're still going to win enough to get in the playoffs, and that's obviously what they did last year. Everybody talking about them having the best record when you only need to get in the playoffs. Yeah, I think you won't see them have that big of a record again. I mean, it's hard to say. But Freddie Peralta, Tarek Skubal, Leo Jimenez, Ezekiel Tovar, Dustin Harris, and our silver is Edgar Carrero. Yeah, I gotta uh, remind myself to look up how big these sets are, these parallel sets are. What surprises me is how tough the frozen fractor. I call it frozen fractor. It's not. It's kind of it's you got a more of a bluish background, and then it's got the icicles on the diamond, and then there's the hidden elf with the elf right there at the leg. And I've only gotten one of those each in all the boxes I've opened, so they are tough. The I When I looked up the Bobby Witt, what surprised me is there's like several different versions. The elf's in a different spot, but still the price is really low. So I don't know if maybe like there's only 10 players in the set or something like that. Maybe that's why. Uh, Hard to say. I'll have to find out. Nathan Ovaldi, Cade Horton, Chandler Simpson, Jose Ramirez, Alec Burleson, Shane Bieber. But I'm definitely break even on what I've made back, or what I will make back on these, and that doesn't include the sets. The sets I'll sit on for a little while. Um, I'll probably sit on them until I can double, or not double, but sell them for about 50 or $60 a set. Um, and that may take a while. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm going to make my money back just on the hits, and I've got all the parallels that I can part out, quote, part out, sell them for people looking to complete sets too. I may try to complete some of these. I'm thinking about trying to complete the silver as long as I can get the mega boxes at retail. Um, Yandy Diaz, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Teoscar Hernandez, and there's our short print, which is Kobe Mayo. Yeah, you kind of, with all these high picks that the Orioles have, um, you're kind of expecting some of these guys to have breakouts. We really haven't seen it with any of them. I think that's just bad luck. With all these high picks that the Orioles had, You should have had some breakout guys by now, and it just hasn't worked out. But that's fine. I mean, that's the way it goes. Uh, some teams don't. Clearly, most teams don't have this many. Oh, and that's another thing about the Dodgers. Their farm system is number one too. Isn't that crazy? How's that possible? Uh, yeah, yeah. Definitely need a salary cap. Um, and all this is because of George Steinbrenner. He didn't like that the Yankees didn't make the playoffs, I guess, in the 80s. And he got baseball to change the rule. I say, quote, God. Yeah, it was him that, you know, he undoubtedly did something. I also think he bribed, not bribed, I guess might have, you could say it, paid kickbacks to, what's the old owner of the Orioles? I can't, Peter Angelos. I when the Orioles had that great 97 season, and I got to see a handful of games at Camden Yards during that season and watched, just about every game on TV. Um, that, the Orioles, and that was what, Davy Johnson's first season, too? His dream job and the job Davy Johnson did for the Orioles in that season just was magical. The way he managed that team should not have been that good. I mean, there's just no way, two ways about it. They should not have been that good. And it was all Dave. I don't want to say it was all Davy Johnson, but it was. And you knew that the Orioles were going to get better with him, and and Angelos dismantled the team. And I have no doubt it was Steinbrenner said, "Look, you've got this stadium that sells out," and they sold out. That stadium sold out um, since they opened, and and they didn't have a good team back in those days, or they were all right, I should say. Um, no, they weren't actually. That's right. I'm getting my dates wrong, but yeah, I'm convinced Steinbrenner said, he gave Angelos a kickback because he fired Davy Johnson after that season, gutted the team. How do you fire Davy? I think Davy might have even won Manager of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. I mean, if he didn't, he should have. I'll have to find out about that. I mean, but to fire Davy Johnson after that, gutted the team, and then the Orioles were, yeah, finished. This is the best they've been since that, before that time, or that time. I'm convinced that Steinbrenner kicked back some money to Angelos because he wanted to win in the 90s. He was not going to let anybody get in the way. And of course, what happened? They won, the Yankees won the next year. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. Because how do you do that? How do you do that? It's one thing to gut the team, but to fire Davy Johnson, that was that was to not win. And there's only reason you don't want to win is that somebody paid you to lose. Yeah, I'm still, as you can see, I'm still hot about what happened in 97. Of course, they don't own them anymore. And I'm glad about that. It went on way too long. I have no doubt about that's what happened. I have no doubt. Andrew Benintendi, Randy Arozarena, Alex Bregman. Yeah, I still get hot about it. Manny Machado, Kobe Mayo, Zach Bean, Luke Keyshaw, Corbin Burns, and we got a Santa. Look at that. I've had, what, 3 Santas now, so this will be the 4th Santa. I think they sell for around $10. Tristan Casas, it may be lower now. Let's leave that. Yeah, there are people who collect these. Not bad. And completed a set, or at least the first half. I have no doubt I have all the cards for the bottom half too. So, thank you.